cooking out in the backyard. Figured I'd do a quick little scope here and turn on the smell-o-vision. Yeah, we're in the backyard doing some briquettes, and I thought I would do a little scope and talk a little bit about my podcast episode today, and then also talk a little bit about why I think it's important to just take action. I mean, you guys all know that, but we're going to kind of talk about that real quick. I got about 10 minutes before I got to flip these babies. Let me, hey, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, I thought I'd turn that on. Looks nice, right? Yum. Yeah, so we got some baby back ribs, we got some sirloin, we got some chicken. We got a little bit for everyone. What's up? Stock and nice ribs. You're making me hungry. Yeah, I know. It looks awesome. Man, if you could just smell it, though. All the briquettes mixed in with all of that juice. Save me a piece. Give me ribs. Oh, it's awesome. I hope you guys are having an awesome Labor Day if you're in the States celebrating it. Hi from New York. Yeah, tell me where you're from and first name, and I'll give you a quick little shout out. LOL, that's so weird. Is Periscope just interrupted? By the way, okay, cool. You're selling steak knives. No, I'm not. Spatulas. Malcolm from Vancouver. Hello again. Great podcast this morning. Great. That's what I wanted to talk about real quick too. Yeah, a lot of you coming in. Jason from Tampa. Paul from Ireland. AV. Jason from UK. Hi from Chicago. Seiko from LA. Tiffany, California. Mari from Texas. Dan, London. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so just sitting in the backyard right now, literally. Matt from the UK. Hey, what's up? If you guys are just joining me for the first time ever, and you don't know who I am, my name is Scott Volker. I have a podcast called The Amazing Seller Podcast, and this scope, or these scope sessions, are really to connect further with the listeners, the audience, you, and talk a little bit about episodes either I've just done, which I did one today, or it was posted today, and then also just to answer questions randomly and just kind of let you know what's on my mind. Today I had on there Barbecuing+Rant. Hey, Bill from Boston. Hey, Bill, welcome back, bud. Yeah, I mean, today, it's a little bit of a rant because, just listening to the Square Table podcast, then this pops up. Awesome. That's a good one too, by the way. That was us, round tabling it or square tabling it in Texas. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted to really hit on what was talked about on today's podcast because it was a post that was done inside the TAS Facebook group by John Michaels. Hi from the equator. Hey, or Ecuador. Ecuador. I can't even read, I guess. Yeah, so it was all about really him taking action, listening to the podcast, only listening to the podcast, taking everything that he learned and putting it into use, and then basically pulling the trigger and then, you know, just taking massive action. And I can't stress that enough. I mean, a lot of us out there, including myself, I've held off on doing certain things because I just wasn't sure. You know, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, right? It's that doubt. It's that self-doubt. But John Michaels did it. Did over $11,000 his first 30 days in revenue, that is. Let's see. The most amazing thing I take out from today's podcast is the flyer that it's the best idea. Yeah, that's an awesome point. Here's what John did, and I think it's brilliant. So you guys listening to this scope, if you haven't listened to that podcast episode, you're going to want to hit that, theamazingseller.com. Just go there. It's the very first post because it's the most recent. I might have to flip those in a minute too, guys. I might have to take a pause here. I don't want them getting burned up. But yeah, what he had did was he also printed flyers, put them in his local convenience stores, and basically had some giveaways, saying like, hey, you know, I'm going to be giving away this thing, or offering it for $1.95. Maybe it's a spatula. Maybe it's a spatula. Over there that you would cook some of your food with, or flip it with. And he said basically it's $29.95, but $1.95 for the first 25 people that respond to this flyer, whatever. And he said he got a pretty good response from that. So that was pretty interesting to do that. I think that's pretty clever, actually. So yeah, I mean, I think that's brilliant. So I guess what I want to say is there's a lot of takeaways, but the one main takeaway is he took action. And you guys hear me saying that all the time. And I get so many emails that people say, Scott, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at this, and what do you think about the customs fees? What do you think about this? And what do you think about all that? And that's all, it's all good. It's all important stuff. But a lot of times you just keep going around in this circle. But
but he didn't mention I would send them to an opt-in page first, then give them the code. He might not have did that. I could probably follow up with him on that. He might not have did that. I would have did that. And if you, obviously you've been listening to the podcast because you know that I'm a big fan of collecting email addresses through a giveaway, and you can build your own launch list. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely important. And, it's not a must have though. If you think it's too complicated for you to have to go set up an opt-in form and an opt-in page and all that stuff, then don't do it. I got to go check the chicken, guys. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Aloha from Jason from Hawaii. Hey, Jason, welcome back. I'm literally flipping this stuff right now. So let's see what we got here on this side. We got some rib. Oh yeah, that's looking good, right? Some steak there, some sirloin. Oh yeah. These are getting a little too done here. You guys don't want to see me flipping the chicken. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any quick questions while I'm flipping here, send them on down below. Keep the hearts coming if you guys like chicken or ribs or steak. And yeah, and then we're going to wrap this up. I told you it was going to be quick. I know it's a holiday weekend for us in the States. And we're cooking right now, as you can see. These are looking amazing. It's better to have more PPC budget and sacrifice blast. I kind of agree with that, actually. That was a question, I think, but I think I agree with that 100%. Blasts are good, don't get me wrong. But I think what you just said, you just hit on a really important thing that, you really can do a lot of good using pay-per-click to get similar results to a blast. In the beginning, a blast is good even if you just stagger it out because you're going to be able to get those quick reviews in kind of quick. How do I combat these fake negative reviews? So frustrating. Well, it depends on what kind of market you're in. It sounds like you're in a little bit of a competitive market, and because of that, it's something you are going to have to battle. So then you're going to have to do blasts to kind of almost like put reviews on top. The amazing seller ribs. Yes, I got some too. If you had 10 samples, would you put them on AMZ or Amazon or use eBay to test? Definitely not eBay. They're two different markets. Like I wouldn't do that. Anybody else seeing slow sales today? Actually, mine were up versus yesterday, but not by a ton. I mean, they're up, but yesterday was really slow. But now they're back to kind of normal for slow because this time of year it is slow, and I've said that in the past. But yeah, if you guys have not listened to that podcast episode today, I would definitely recommend doing that. Also, to remind you that I'm doing a live workshop this Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Where are you at? How's the weather? Ribs. I'm in upstate New York right now. It's a beautiful afternoon. And yeah, it's really nice. Blast, new Amazon TOA, bad to get lots of reviews at one time. Yeah, it is bad to get. And to me, it's always been a thing that could always come into play. That's why I've never recommended doing that. Some people are giving away 200-300 at a pop. So I'm not a big fan of that. I am a big fan of, kind of like just giving it a little bit of a pulse. You have said previously that supplements are too competitive. If you do get into that, what are tips? Be prepared to compete. Be prepared to spend a lot of money on pay-per-click, especially. Your clicks could be $5 a click or more. But if you want to compete in that market, you got to be willing to spend. Also, FYI, you didn't post the link to the Facebook post. It's in the link. I did update that. It should be in there now. You should go check that out. Yeah, go to war. Exactly. That's pretty much what you're going to be doing. But you pushed Blast over PPC, but you just pushed Blast over PPC. No, in the beginning, I would like to do a blast in the beginning. I wouldn't just rely on PPC. I would do both. But I don't really call it a blast because I would do it like 10 a day for 5 days. I had to A to Z claim against me now. I can't use pay-per-click for 3 months. That's a bummer. Yeah, so go into and use is just from there you might have to use the blast service. You know what I mean? You gotta use the tools that are out there, and you gotta use your own head as far as what you can do to start to get the sales rolling. You can't just rely on pay-per-click, but it's a way to bump you up in the rankings so you can start getting that natural organic sales. Yeah, this is awesome, by the way. Okay, awesome. I am going to have to run, though. These things are going to get burnt, and I'm going to have to, I'm going to catch heck for my wife. FYI, Scott, I had pay-per-click fraud. Amazon refunded, but was crazy. Yeah, I've heard of that happening, too. Yeah. Live the dream, take action. Exactly. I love it. Fist pump. Yep, awesome. Yeah, I'll do another one probably tomorrow. Show the grill. Okay. We're going to do a walk around.
that right there is briquettes on there. Look how gray they are. I don't know if you can see that.
Those are like gray. They're the best time to cook. I almost fell over. Enjoy Labor Day and grilling. I will. Yeah, so you guys have an awesome day too. Remember, if you did want to come hang out for the workshop, it's Wednesday, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Looking forward to that. I do answer live Q&A at the end as well. Podcast episode today is definitely the one that I would recommend listening to like right now. It's really, really good. It's a case study that I did with a guy that posted inside the Facebook group. Where are the grill gloves? Enjoy. Thanks. Where on Wednesday? TheAmazingSeller.com/workshop. TheAmazingSeller.com/workshop. Thanks again, dude. You rock. Thank you. Enjoy, Scott. Take action. Hashtag take action. Exactly. Hey, if you guys do me one quick favor, too, if you're still on, swipe on your screen, share with your Twitter followers, share with your Periscope followers. Let people know about the podcast, theamazingseller.com podcast. In iTunes, you can also follow there, get all the updates. And like I said, I'm doing that live workshop, so you can go sign up for that, and you'll be registered. And I look forward to seeing you all there soon. I got to go get this stuff off the grill. I am so hungry right now. So you guys have an amazing day, and thanks for dropping by. The hearts have been beautiful. I'm humming the outro music. Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, and remember, I'm here for you. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. But you have to do what? Take action. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Take care. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever it is at that time.